Welcome to Family Gamer TV. Christmas is nearly here, and to me that means a couple of things. First of all, obviously, family. And second of all, just relaxing and having a generally good time. So kind of sitting around, doing a lot of eating, that kind of thing. Just enjoying being with the people you love. Now, on the family side of things, I know that some of my extended family members have already got Wii Fit, the original, on the original Wii console. But I want to be able to show them why Wii Fit U is different. So apart from the fact that you can do your exercises just on the GamePad screen while someone else is watching the TV, which, by the way, is especially useful at Christmas when you've got lots of people around, the GamePad is also useful for some of the games. It's used as like an additional prop. I think it's normally in the balance games. So I tried a couple of them out. The first one I tried was like a waitressing game, or a waiter game, I suppose. And you walk on the balance board, you walk on the spot to get to different customers, and you have to give them desserts. But to do that, you have to hold the gamepad flat like a tray, and you have desserts on top of the gamepad, and you have to make sure you tilt it to stop them from falling off. And it starts off quite easy, but then you get like roulades and stuff like that, you know, like Swiss rolls, and they just roll right off the gamepad unless you kind of hold it really, really steady. So I guess the point of that really is to make sure you're training both your body balance and kind of your mind, like thinking about where you're holding your hands at the same time, which is kind of cool because it makes you think about where you're putting your whole body instead of just kind of trying to make sure you do the exact thing that the balance board is asking for instance. So another one I tried was one where you're kind of like a fireman, except you're not putting out fires, you're cleaning people of mud. You have like a hose that you operate by holding the gamepad up and pointing it at the TV and then moving it around to follow people in your kind of sights and shoot them with water. But to spray the water, you have to put one foot on the balance board to kind of push down on the trigger. But then if you run out of water, you have to take your foot off the balance board to refill it. So all the time you're kind of aiming with your hands to try and clean these people of all the mud that they're covered in. But you're also thinking about how much water you've got, and you've got to kind of be aware of when you run out and put your foot down, lift your foot up, and you're constantly moving. So it kind of is a good just a way to get you up and moving, but it's still in a fun way, and it'll be good to show people at Christmas because it's not too exercisey, not like some of the more serious kind of muscle exercises and things. Now, the other thing that Christmas makes me think of is just general relaxation. So even though I sit around a lot at the moment, at Christmas I will be doing, if possible, even more sitting around and doing nothing. Now, of course, this could be a problem. So what I wanted to do was check how much kind of gentle exercise I get on a normal day, just going about my normal day, you know, like walking into town and stuff like that. So what I did is I registered my pedometer that I got with the game, and I took it into town. I went to the cinema, and then I went shopping to see how many steps I would take. So I brought it back, and you press the middle button here, and you can have a look at the screen at any time that you want to, and it tells you how many you do. Now, it turns out that in a normal day of kind of walking into town and doing shopping and stuff, I only walk about 3,000 steps, which is not as many as you're supposed to in a single day. You're supposed to walk about 10,000, I think. So that's not good. But to have a kind of further look at the breakdown of my exercise during the day, I can load up my pedometer data, my Fit meter data, to the gamepad. You just kind of hold it above it and point it at the top of the gamepad. And it loads up the data that way, and then it puts it in a graph, and you can see kind of what kind of intensity of walking and exercise and things you've been doing. It shows you different coloured bars to show, you know, when you were sitting down or when you were running and stuff like that. So it's quite interesting to see what your normal kind of rate of exercise is throughout the day. Another cool thing you can do with the Fit meter is you can upload your data and use it to complete challenges. These Fit meter challenges are not very gamey. They don't involve you doing anything really with the actual Wii U itself. You just take the pedometer out and then you upload your data and it does the rest for you. But what it does is you've got two kinds. You've got walking and climbing. And you upload your data, either your steps or your altitude, which is how high you've got on a particular day. And then it puts it all together, and it imagines that you've done that walking in a particular place around the world. So you can do kind of walking along the Great Wall of China or something like that, and it will chart your progress as if you were doing that walk for real. So I picked New York, and I think I'd done 2 kilometers. So it charted how far I would have got around New York if I'd actually been there, if I'd walked 2 kilometers there. And now the cool thing about this is that it gives you like a little bar for each city that you can walk around, and it kind of triggers, I think, the kind of gaming mind. So for me at least, it made me instantly want to go and do more walking and get more progress in one of those bars so that I could fill it up and feel that kind of sense of completion that you get with these kinds of things. It could actually encourage me to go out and do some more walking even when I don't have to, so walking just for the hell of it, not just walking when I need to get somewhere, which is a good sign. This is also useful because I did another body test, and it turns out that when I give it a bit more time, my Wii Fit age is actually about the same as my actual age. In fact, it's 3 years younger for the last body test I did. And my weight is staying consistent. I'm keeping with my goal. So I really do need a new goal to set myself. So I think walking more could be a good first step, especially considering I do just sit and do work at home, and I rarely kind of go anywhere just for the hell of it. I'll only go into town if I need to. But aside from that, I'm going to try and find a way to kind of supplement the kind of gentle level of basic exercise you should be doing in a day that I'm not getting because I'm not doing 10,000 steps. I'm going to find a way to do that, to burn the same number of calories or to kind of get my heart pumping as much with activities in the Wii Fit U game that I actually enjoy, because as someone who doesn't particularly like exercise, I need to find a way to encourage myself to do it, because I'm not the kind of person who's just going to get up and go to the gym. So next week what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at the routines that the game has in it, and I'm going to check out the personal trainer feature as well, because I think if I can pick the kind of exercises I want to do, for instance, building up the muscles I need to be able to finally do a press up, or kind of gentle exercise that will replace the walking that I'm not doing, then that might be a bit more helpful for me. It might encourage me a bit more.
Press up. Right stand. Now, return to your starting position. You're doing fine. Hello, are you even there? I can't do this on my own.
So if you want to see how I get on next week, make sure you subscribe to the channel, or you can just check back in a week or so, and the video should be up then. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon.